Hey guys, Ethan here. I'm here with my Zetta deck. Wow. This is a deck that I took to Nationals, and for the tournament report I'll be uploading that on a different video, because this is actually before Nats. So, Zetta, Buddy is Zetta, because if you've been following this channel for a while, you know I like big monsters as Buddy. So I chose Zetta, and it's really fun saying Impact Buddy Transform. So, there you go. And obviously Secret Flag, because...
And I hate it, because Star Dragon will can't stop it.
Yes, they can.
Now, yeah.
They could stop it before. You just need to be really unlucky.
Yeah.
For now, we've got first 3 made-up words: Wind Demon, Colour Loon. 3-1-1 and size 0, and it returns to your hand at end turn. So basically, it's good for first turn play. Have Zeta on the field, call 2 of these. Zeta gains 2 crits, swing for 4, and then you return these to your hand. So it's pretty good, and it's just good anyway with this and first LKO hideout. Every turn you just basically get to draw for 3 and get call this back to hand. So unless you kill it, of course, but people don't really kill it that often. 3 Water Demon Kinites. We're in a very heavy, soul-heavy format, so this card kills soul, so that's why we run 3 of it. On entry, you put soul from a card in the opponent's field into drop zone, and at the end of your turn, you destroy this card. 5/1/1, size 1, so it's really good. Obviously, all my monsters, impact monsters, bottom 1, so no point going over that impact monsters. Next, 3 Wind Ghost Aerial. 1 gauge, it's 5/4, so it's 2. 1 gauge, and when it enters, you've got to return a card from your opponent's field to his or her hand. So it's not mandatory. It is mandatory, sorry, and it has move. So it's not bad for defensive players, and obviously returning anything is good, especially if something costs a gauge in a life. Something costs a gauge in a life that your opponent's items usually. You just return to hand, and then they've got to pay 1 more life to do it. So that's always good. Just a really good card in general because it can bounce big size 3s with no soul or whatever. Usually, because a lot of things can't be destroyed by battle anymore, so bats and stuff you can return that Wind Ghost. Next we run 1 Demonic Battle Demon Zeta. It's the non-impact monster. Basically, at the beginning of your final phase, you may discard a card from your hand, put this card from field in drop zone. If you do, search your deck for 1 impact monster with Zeta and transform into it. Basically, the only reason why I run it. It's another search for Zeta. It's 725 to 1 gauge to call. 2 Evolutionary Zeta. The bad Zeta, we only run it for the 3k crit, the 3 crit, but the 4k per defense can come in handy. Next, 4 Light Demon. This card is MVP of the deck. Basically, the 8k defense puts in so much work, and it can't be destroyed by effects, so it's really good. And that counter attacks also as well. Next, 4 Darkness Demon. 725, 1 gauge to call, size 3. If you have Zeta on the field, it gains 3k power, 1 crit penetrate. Penetrate's always good, especially against Dragon Chief, so that's really good. Next, 4 Zeta. 2 gauge to transform into it, and when you call any of your impact monsters, you get gains a crit, 10-3. Hello. Gains 10-3, and you can call any monsters apart from impact. You can call as many impact monsters as you want per turn, but only impact monsters. So, it's good. Next, 2 defeat them in my place. Basically, gonna nullify. If you have Wind Ghost or Light Darkness Demon in the Light Darkness Demon in drop zone in center, sorry. You cast this, put it into drop zone from field, gauge 1, and next time you take damage is 0, so it stops 2 attacks essentially. Next, 2 Dark Hero first Dark Hero Hideout. When you call a Dark Hero, which all of them are, all the impact monsters, you draw a card. You only start 1, and it's only 1 per turn, but otherwise you're busted. 2 Artificial Talisman Find Road. You search for Zeta or Gem Clone, but you only obviously search for Gem Clone. For Zeta, sorry. 2 It's About Time I Got Serious. 6 or less life, draw a card. Pay 2 per paying a gauge. Next, 2 also the Dream I Had went. There's a lot of spells in this format. Magic Word, fully enough irrelevant, but there's a lot of spell cards, so you run this for Notify. If you're swinging for like 7 crit and your opponent's got less than 7 life or something like that, and they cast a shield, you can just cast this to nullify that and most likely and win, so it's always good. Next. 3 Finish Road. Only cast it during your final phase, and if you have a card with Zeta on this field, sorry for the focus, it's really messing up. On the field, put them on impact monster from your field to drop zone, so you can do this defensively. Well, if your opponent casts counter on your monster to return to hand or destroy it mostly, you can cast this and get another 1. So they waste a card and you get another card out. You got an impact monster from your drop zone by paying this card out. So the size 0 that goes back to hand at a turn, you go basically go +0. It's pretty good. Next, Armor Talisman, Gauge and Draw. You discard an impact monster from your hand, gauge, and draw 2. Really good draw cards. Only once per turn, unfortunately. Next, 3 Artificial Talisman, 3 gauge. Only cast if you have Zeta on your field. and you counter put up gauge 3, so you can cancel during your final phase. It's really good for surprising people. You'll be on no gauge, and you'll have like 4 guys in them. But oh yeah, they can't call anything now because only one he's got no gauge. And you cast this and gauge 3, so it's really good in that aspect. Next, free hyper energy. It's gauge 4 gauge. Yeah, like violent you in it. Next, finally, 4 Armor Talisman Void Hole. Only cast it if you're being attacked, so you can't cast it in response to your monster being attacked, unfortunately. But it can stop Shadow Dive because it's if you're being attacked, and it doesn't require 0% or anything, so it makes it better. 1 life, which I don't like, but it's good how it's not a gauge because the deck's very gauge heavy. Counter nullify the attack, and if you have a monster with Zetta and it's hardening on your field, which you will because you have the impact monster, you put up to 1 impact monster from your dots into your hand, which is really good because you just recycle for this. So if you have the opponent's last turn and you're going to kill him on your next turn with 6 damage with Darkness Demon and Zetta, you just cast this to stop the attack, and then you can get Darkness Demon back from drop and swing for 6 on your turn. So that's really good. This has been my deck for Bath Zetta. As I said, there'll be a tournament report on the channel after Nationals, and if you like, make sure to like, favorite, subscribe. And as always guys, happy gaming.